Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Front Plays YouTube channel. Today is Thursday. It's December 4th. Recording on Wednesday. Going to drop it on Wednesday tonight because why not? Only one game to talk about. It's the NFL action. No top 25 matchups in college. Only 5 NBA games on. None of them I like. It's lined up perfectly for this game on Thursday night to be the only thing that anybody should be watching at any time for any reason. Before that, let's talk about the tragedy that was Sunday. Shedeur Sanders' tragedy, horrific. The Browns' defense, pathetic at times. 0-1 on one of the locks. Colts, money line, pathetic. Credit to C.J. Stroud, honestly, because he did carve him up. And it was impressive what he did. Colts may be frauds. Let's just leave that there. Broken tibia, fibia, libia. I don't even know what bone Daniel Jones has broken, but he's a pumpkin again. Maybe give the ball to Jonathan Taylor more, even though he wasn't getting a lot of yards. He did go over the carries, which is the only player prop we hit. And then Devin Neal basically didn't play because the Saints decided to throw to Vale. I believe he played for the Broncos last year instead of Devin Neal. And there was 4 different running backs who took a snap, including Taysom Hill. Should have known better not to take anybody from the Saints. I will do better on not talking about the Saints on this channel from here on out. But tomorrow, it's the Cowboys. And I'm forced to take them +3. And that's not me being a fan of the Dallas Cowboys. I think they win this game outright. I'm a little bit nervous because everybody's on the Dallas Cowboy train now. Hop back on the bandwagon. They've won 3 in a row. Everybody's like, oh, look out for the Cowboys. I was hurt. I was 3-5-1. I had nothing going for me. The Cardinals just stomped on our souls on the Monday night game. Tragedy strikes. And this team, ever since that, has just been a completely different unit. Now, it helped that we played the Raiders as our first game back from that tragedy of him sadly passing away, Nealon. It helps that it was the Raiders because that is the worst football team in the NFL. But to do what we've done over the last what they have done over the last 2 weeks, beating the Eagles and the Chiefs, is outstanding. A comeback win against the Eagles, which we never win that game, ever. Down 21 to winning that game 24-21. Against all odds, we did it. We win the game. How did we do it? Dak Prescott was great in the second half. The defense pitched the shutout in the second half. 2 things that typically don't go well for the Dallas Cowboys is Dak Prescott playing well in the fourth quarter, which he did, and the defense playing well in the second half, which they did. Fast forward to Thanksgiving, a 31-28, and may I say a dominant 31-28 because we were up by 10 with 3 minutes left. Mahomes got the ball with 3 minutes and a chance to go down and tie the game, and the defense gets off the field. That's also something I've never seen before. So this Dallas Cowboys team has put up 31-plus points in 2 of the last 3 games. They have been playing some of the best football in the NFL, not even in their division. This has been the best, in my opinion, and again, not trying to be a bandwagon fan here of, the Dallas Cowboys are playing well, and I'm just a fan because I'm going to say this. I honestly think that they're playing the best football of any team in the NFL right now. Dallas coming off 3 wins in a row, and this is a must-win game. This is a must-win game for both of these teams. Detroit, also must-win situation for them. I have multiple injuries for the Detroit Lions. Only a few for the Cowboys, 1 major one. But last week, it really didn't matter. Our offensive line kind of stepped up in a big way last week. The difference is the momentum of the Dallas Cowboys, and you see the little stat there. Defense was the worst. They were the worst. Only Bengals were up there with them as one of the worst defensive teams in the NFL. 21.7 points per game, 312 yards. Not stats that are great, but stats that'll win you games with Dak Prescott, George Pickens, and CeeDee Lamb, not to mention Ferguson and Williams, who have been great this season as well. This is just a different Dallas Cowboys team. That's it. And yeah, I've been hurt before. Even this year, heart was destroyed. I thought the season was over, and it very well may still be over. But now the heart's out of the cage. It's back on the sleeve. And if we lose this game, it's over. If we win this game, it might be over just because how dominant the NFC has been. But I do know one thing for sure. The team who loses this game has probably a less than 3 or 2% chance to make the playoffs. The winner of this team or the winner of this game most likely has a 20 to 25% chance of making the playoffs. So if I'm going week by week by week, it's been 6%, 11%. If we win this game, potentially 25%. So don't disappoint me. Don't disappoint me. For the Lions, Kirby Joseph, questionable. He's been sidelined since week 6. Probably not going to play. Penei Sewell, most likely going to play. Practiced on Tuesday. Whatever. I expect all of the offensive line for Detroit to be playing in this game, including Taylor Decker. The one that really might be interesting is Amon-Ra St. Brown, who has not practiced this week. It was a pretty not obviously not a season-ending thing, but that was a disgusting-looking ankle roll that he had on Thanksgiving. So he has not practiced this week. Dan Campbell says he may be available for the Dallas Cowboy game, but the lines that are coming out for this game already says that he's not going to play. And you can see with Isaac right there is one of my player props. I don't think Amon-Ra St. Brown's going to be playing in this game. The Lions had another cornerback go out, Arnold. They don't have anybody in the secondary right now. That's how it's been the entire season for this Lions team. And I do want to show over the last 5 games for the Detroit Lions. I don't know why I went to the recap thing. I wasn't even done talking. The Lions over the last 5 games, they lost outright to the Vikings. They beat the Commanders. They lost outright to the Eagles. They barely beat the Giants. And then they kind of got stomped on Thanksgiving. It was a 31-24 game, but that feels like the Packers kind of won that game pretty easily. For Detroit this season, the defense has been a problem all season long. The offense kind of keeping them in it. It's been the same way for the Dallas Cowboys, but the numbers here for Dallas against the Eagles and the Giants, the Bears, and the Green Bay Packers in the first 4 games of the season for Dallas. Here are the opponent offensive stats. 302 yards from the Eagles. Well, we now know the Eagles are horrific on the offensive side, so that's actually not very good. 506 yards of the Giants, 385 yards of the Bears, 489 yards of the Green Bay Packers. Let's just keep going. The Jets, 378 yards. The Panthers, 410 yards. The Broncos, who almost lost to the Commanders and they are literally the Pittsburgh Steelers of, I think it was like 2021, 2020. Denver is one of the worst teams with 10 wins I've ever seen in my life. They had 426 yards of offense. Now, take a look at the Dallas Cowboys over the last 3 on the defensive side of the ball. 236 yards given up to the Raiders, 339 to the Eagles in a game that they played horribly in the first half, and then they basically shut them out for like 50 yards in the second half. And then 362 to Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. The big difference here is the third down conversion rate. 63.6% in the first game to the Eagles. We have a 57% in the game against the Commanders. We have a 49% in the game against the Jets. We have just some horrible third down conversion rates. 50% against the Cardinals, 41.7 against the Eagles, and 56.3 against the Chiefs. They're getting off the field. It's not every time. It's not every time, but they're giving Dak Prescott a few stops a game. And when you give Dak Prescott a few stops a game with the Lions secondary that they have right now, with the Lions banged up defense that they have right now, with the O-line that should be secure for Dak Prescott to throw the ball down the field besides one of our Tylers and Tyler Guyton, who's not going to play, you give George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb time to get down the field, and you give Dak Prescott a pocket to throw the ball. He's going for 300-plus yards, and it's not going to be close. Give me Dak over 269.5, we lock it up. Give me the Cowboys +3, we lock it up. Give me Tesla over 34.5. Only 6 catches on the year, but every single time he catches the ball, it's almost a touchdown. Gibbs is going to be a problem in this game. I need everybody to check in on this. I don't know what Matt Eberflus is going to do for Gibbs, but I've got a solution, and his name is Overshown, Agent Zero. He's got to follow him everywhere. He's the only guy on our defense he's not faster. He's not as fast, but he's the only guy on our defense that could potentially slow him down. They are going to line Gibbs up in every single situation known to man. Slot, outside, behind the line, taking the ball, wildcat. He's going to be all over the place. And I would love to take his over receiving, rushing, and touchdown, but I'm just not going to do that. I think those are good picks. Agent Zero's got to have a game of his life. He's got to be flying around the field. He is one of the best linebackers in the NFL, going side to side, sideline to sideline. You need to see him doing that in this game. He's got to be healthy. He's got to be energized, and he's got to bring some energy to this defense. Kenny Clark up front, Quentin Williams up front, even Jadeveon Clowney is going to play in this game, who I thought was washed, but he's been really good over the last couple of games. Malik Cook are going to play in this game for Dallas as well. We got to fly around on the defensive side. They're going to score. They're going to score on the offensive side. That's what they do. That's what the Lions do. But we got to get 2 or 3 stops, and we win this game, because I don't think Lions are going to stop the Dallas Cowboys potentially on the first drive, because that's how Dallas comes out every game, is they suck on the first drive apparently. But after that, we should score every time. Give me Dallas +3. Tesla over the 34.5. Dak Prescott over 269.5. Guys, that's going to do it for the NFL picks and props. If Dallas loses on Thursday night, I may cry on Friday video. Don't judge me. I'll see you guys next video. Thanks for watching.